Thinking about spending the holidays at Walt Disney World? There's nothing like the magic of snow falling on Main Street, USA, or ringing in the new year at Epcot. But planning a holiday trip can be overwhelming. That's where Touring and Cruises comes in. They're Disney experts and a fee-free travel agency, which means you get expert planning at no extra cost. Book your holiday vacation today with Touring and Cruises at touringandcruises.com and let them help you unwrap the magic.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. I am Doug McKnight here with Lauren Shields. And Lauren, welcome home.
I know, I'm back and I want to go back and see the mouse. I miss him.
Yeah, it's not really fair for me to say welcome home because that's what they say to you when you walk into a Disney resort, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody says that to me when I come here. They're like, Mom, do my laundry. Mom, do this.
Darn kids.
Right?
So today we're going to talk all about your trip report to Walt Disney World before you got on the Disney Treasure and a little bit of Epic as well. So all kinds of fun things coming up. But first, patrons.
Patreons. Yes, thank you to Patreons. We had 2 new ones while I was gone, so I was very excited when I got told that we had 2 new ones.
Yeah, it was exciting.
That was, good day. So thank you to Candy Lemoyne, who is at the Grand Flow level. Great resort. Thank you for your support. And also Jill Mitchner, who upgraded to Cinderella Suite.
Yeah.
So great choices, ladies. But thank you for joining the Patreon community. We appreciate everyone's support. Please go check us out on Rope Drop Radio on patreon.com. We have bonus shows. I recorded a couple bonus shows. Did you listen to them or did you just post them, Doug?
I listened to the first bits of them as they were posting, and then once I was done posting, I moved on. I haven't finished either. I know we have to talk about some new shows at Hollywood Studios, and
Yes.
that could be an interesting conversation for us.
It could be. Yeah. So I recorded some bonus audio when we were there. Weekly after our normal episodes, Doug and I record an after show every week, and that's super fun to listen to. That is us unfiltered and our safe space.
Yes, the after show is fantastic. It could be 10 minutes, could be 20 minutes, could be 25 minutes. It varies a lot, but it's a lot of extra Rope Drop Radio. And sometimes it's about Disney, sometimes it's not all about Disney, but every different variant track can be taken.
Yeah, wherever the conversation goes.
That is for sure. And speaking of conversations, actually, I don't know that that's a real segue. Apple Podcast reviews. If you leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, we will read it on air and love you forever. And another great way to support the show beyond that is just making sure that you follow the show on Apple Podcasts. You can click the little follow button at the top and make sure you're subscribed to the show there. It costs you nothing to subscribe or to follow on your apps, and share us with your friends and family. But let's read this review. It's titled Great Disney Podcast, 5 stars by...
By who, Doug?
It's by Hudjugs.
Whoever picked that name, spot on. Doug was like, they're messing with me. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't think I could have done it any better, to be fair.
Hudjugs. It's not a language. It's not. I'm not. This is no.
We're missing some vowels.
There's no. Yeah. It almost has Doug in the middle of it, which, for the record, whenever I get like a drink at Starbucks or somewhere where they write down my name, like Chick-fil-A, if the person is under like 25, they spell my name D-U-G almost every time. Like high schoolers, college age kid, 100% of the time, just D-U-G. I think that's how they think it's spelled. I don't think they're doing it to be funny. Anywho,
that's
back to
a
this
lost
review.
name in their generation. You don't hear that name anymore.
No, it's a bunch of 45-year-old, very British looking guys. Okay, here we go. Very fun and informative podcast for anybody wanting a Disney World fix. Excellent insight and excited to return to Disney World and try out some of the tips and foods they recommend. Well, thank you, Hudson.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. And great name choice again. Love it.
Yeah, so there you go. That is our Apple podcast review today. And so we're going to talk all about Lauren's trip after this break. Hey, Nebraska rope droppers! Getting to the magic just got easier. The Lincoln Airport now offers nonstop flights to Orlando twice a week on Breeze Airways. Every Wednesday and Saturday. Skip the layovers and get straight to Mickey faster than ever. I've flown Breeze myself. It's a great experience with one of the youngest fleets in the sky, flying only Airbus A220s. So next time you're planning a Disney vacation, start at Lincoln Airport, your shortcut to the magic. And welcome back. Lauren, we're happy to have you back. What a trip. We're going to start with your time at Walt Disney World, a little out of order of how you actually did it. Well, the first thing you did was you had to get there.
Yeah.
We were going to mention this in the Patreon part, and we failed. It was a struggle, wasn't it?
It was bad. We're saving this for the after show.
This is the after show. The show is not long enough for this.
No, I will just say we were supposed to arrive at 6:30, and I did not pull up to our hotel until like 1:30 a.m. Super fun.
You went to Walt Disney World before getting on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you stay and why?
We stayed at Pop Century, and so there was 8 of us. So there was me, my husband Jake, our 4 kids. So in case we have any new listeners, I have a 15-year-old boy and then 3 girls that are 12, 10, and 8. And Jake's parents usually come on the cruises with us. And so they decided they were going to also do the parks with us this trip. So it had been a while since they had been at the park. So there was 8 of us. I had them all on the free dining that came out because they all needed tickets. I had my annual pass. So I was at a separate room because when you stay at Disney, you all have to have the same ticket type. But it worked out. We had 3 rooms all in a row. We got to stay in, I requested the 50 section. That's my favorite section. Do you have a favorite section of Pop or just me?
I do not have a favorite section. I am not opposed to any section. I tend to get put in the 90s, though.
That's the worst one.
Over and over. It's the furthest away, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always the back corner of it. I was in the 80s. The 90s when we did the run, I believe.
Oh, you had to do that after a run, walk all the way back?
Or was I in the 50s? I thought
you were in the 50s.
And I was in the 50s, but I was the furthest away, like the back corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I was in the 50s. You're right. My first time in the 50s. It was fine. It was great. I enjoyed it.
So they have like the giant Lady and the Tramp statues, and that's a favorite movie of ours. So that's why we end up there. But also it's just a good location because I'm too cheap to do like the preferred location room. Mm-hmm. So this is the standard location, but you're still close to everything. And they were working on this when we did the run. They had just refurbished all those rooms. So I got a new room, which was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. I did not. I don't think.
I don't think they had. I think they had just started in April.
I mean, I still feel like it's new. It wasn't that long ago.
It's not.
It was 7 years ago when they did the last refurb. I know that because I stayed there during the refurbishment. Had a very brand new refurb room for Alden's 10th birthday. Oh, so it's 8 years. He's about to turn 18. So yeah, we were there for a 10th birthday trip. So that's how I know when Pop Century was refurbed.
This was, compared to that, this is just a small refurb. We'll say they got rid of all those dents that you see from all the strollers in the walls. Okay. So I was like, wow, I don't think I've ever been in a Pop room where there's not like a scratch on a wall. So that was nice. They have a cute little curtain that they put up. It's still the wood floors. They put some tile, I forget what it made, but some tile decorations in between the bed. Not huge changes, just like refreshed, more or less.
Just update.
Yeah, we stayed there. We want it to be on the Skyliner so we could get to Epcot and Hollywood Studios quickly. I like their busing system. There's one bus stop. They don't share with anyone else, so it's very efficient. Mm-hmm. And that is why I chose Pop, was for all those reasons.
Yeah, and the preferred rooms are great. That's always going to put you close to the lobby, close to the Skyliner. I totally understand the people that do that. Usually when I am staying there, we're there to save money over other options. So I feel like if we're going to save money, let's go all in on the saving of money.
Yeah. So we always do a standard view. If you are picky about your location and you want it secured, I would do the preferred location. I mean, I requested the 50s building, but they could have easily have put me in the 90s and there's nothing I can do about it. It's just a request. They don't have to honor it. So it's a gamble.
Mhm.
So just depends on what you want.
Do you like the first floor, or would you rather be higher up in the towers that are Pop
So
Century?
I would rather be higher up because I'm afraid of snakes.
Gotcha.
Not that I've
Valid.
ever seen a snake there, but it's Florida, and I'm just thinking like I like my chances better higher up.
Yeah,
So
snakes are known not to be able to climb things,
mhm,
so
totally.
yeah, never could they get any higher. Okay.
No, that's not
All
hurt
right.
any of my fears. We're good there. Yep, that's
All
why.
right. Right on to the most important topic of Walt Disney World in this trip report was,
Mhm.
what did you eat? Because no Disney trip is complete without something Mickey shaped in your stomach.
That's true. Very true. Well, we got there late the first night because we had done Epic. So we didn't eat anything there the first night. We had 3 full days in the parks. So our first full day, we started off with a breakfast at Cape May Café because I decided I was going to drag my family to all 4 parks because we had never done that before.
Okay.
Don't know
Solid
if it
decision.
was the smartest decision, right? Because
It's a decision.
it was a decision. It was my birthday also. So I was like, you know
Oh.
what?
Well,
We've never
happy
done this.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We had never done it, so let's just do it. So I had to start them off with a hearty breakfast. So Cape May it was. That's one of our favorite character dinings. I have one kiddo who does not like breakfast foods, but will tolerate chocolate chip pancakes. So they are the only place
That's
that has them.
your option then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I know it's a thing. And then that night we had Connections Eatery because we were kind of on the go. Um,
So Connections Eatery, Epcot, and the
yeah,
formerly known as Future World.
yeah, yeah. And Connections, it gets the job done. There's nothing to rave about it. It's just, it's new, it's big, it's air conditioning,
Hmm.
it's decent food.
It's got a variety of food
Yep.
too, right? It's not all one thing, which is a problem in Epcot when you get in a World Showcase. It's all one, all Mexican, all this, all that, because it's a country, right? So Connections has a variety of burgers and pizza and other stuff. And Cape May Cafe, did we say it's in Beach Club? It's in Beach Club.
No, it's in Beach
So
Club.
you could take the Skyliner right to it from Pop Century.
Yes, yes. And I will say a lot of these decisions were based on our 12-year-old Gracie she's new to having a gluten allergy. So we were kind of going off of places where there's more options for her.
Hmm.
That kind of changed the plan. And she was able to find something wherever we went. So that went well.
Was she able to do the make your own omelet at Cape May's
Yes.
breakfast? That
So
would be a win.
that was gluten free. They said everything they put on there is gluten free. So that's actually what she ate because we felt like it was
That's
the safest.
really good omelet too.
Yeah.
So you really like Cape May Cafe at Beach Club because we ate there on our trip.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
I blame my
figure out.
children, but I also go there on adult trips.
You know what? I'm used to it. Michelle loves it too. So I don't really get to pick. So
Yeah.
okay.
Plus the locations, like, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
leaving or going to Epcot, or if you're on the Skyliner, it's right there.
Mhm.
So
It's
just,
so convenient.
yeah. The next day we ate at Backlot Express, which we had not eaten at for a long time. So we were at the studios. Again, just a lot of variety. They had, I forgot what she got there. She did a lot of the chicken tenders gluten free.
Okay.
Went over fairly decently. We were on the dining plan, like I mentioned earlier, the free dining. So we had to use up a credit because we missed that whole first day because we were at Epic. So we ended up going to Citrico's to use a 2 table credits. Not the best use of the dining plan, I know, but no one was going to get up before the cruise to do a breakfast that morning. So we just kind of needed to use it up. And that's our favorite 2 credit place to eat. I did
And
try to talk them into like doing in the park, like doing
mm,
Be Our Guest, and everybody wanted Citrico's.
wow. And Citrico's is at Grand Floridian. Where is that located at Grand Floridian?
Oh, let's talk Grand Flow. It's a hot mess over there in the lobby right now because they're
For
putting up a bar.
putting a bar. We needed another bar because you couldn't walk up the stairs to the bar.
So so I walked in there and they had those little stairs that are across from the elevator
Mm-hmm.
because you got to go up, I think, to the second floor, maybe the third floor. I don't remember. Not very high. So I think the second floor, and to get to Citrico's, and
Mm-hmm.
the staircase is Walt, like, yellow tape, caution tape, can't go up there. And I
Oh,
was like, so I asked a cast member, how do I get there? Because I'm figuring there's another set of stairs. And she's like, you got to take the elevator. And I was like, what?
what?
Because the elevator's slow. So I was like, fine. So we take the elevator up. Jake had to take, we Ubered over there. So he was we had to take 2 Ubers. So he came a few minutes later, but ended up, because we waited so long for the stupid elevator, there's another staircase. If
I
you
was gonna
just keep
say
walking.
there's one back by kind of how you go to
Yes.
1900 and Grand Floridian Cafe. There's
Like on the
one
way there.
right
Yeah.
by the bathrooms.
Yes.
Kind of comes up right, almost puts you right into the bar, right? The
Yes. The
whatever
rose
the
or something.
rose, Enchanted Rose.
It's in,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the stairs go right to the bar, so it's a good thing they're building a bar in the lobby because it's hard to get to the bar that you can see from the lobby. Why do we
I
need to
know.
destroy the? Okay, anyway,
I
you got
know.
to Citrico's though. That's good.
Yes. So that was very good. They did great with the gluten allergy. So Gracie was really happy. I forgot what she got, but she was really happy with her because it's like it's a
Oh,
higher
I would
end.
imagine they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you
So
needed.
she was just super excited. Oh, I remember like they brought her a dessert and it was a sundae and they put cookies on it. And I was like, she can't eat that. And they're like, no, no, no. Chef has to like, okay it. They're gluten-free cookies. And she was so excited to see gluten-free cookies on her ice cream.
Nice.
So that was good. We all enjoyed that. Got high reviews there. On our last full day, we finally tried Regal Eagle, which is one of your faves, right?
Yeah, yeah. It itches scratches an itch. Itches a scratch, scratches an itch. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's solid. It's not the
Yeah.
best barbecue you're ever gonna eat. If you're
No.
a true barbecue person, but for fast food barbecue, they do it well. So, what did you have at Regal Eagle back in the American Adventure at Epcot?
At Epcot. Yeah. So I don't like barbecue that much. So I ended up ordering their chicken,
Okay, yeah,
which was a lot of chicken. Like they
yeah,
gave me pretty
they
much a whole
feed you.
chicken. It was a lot of chicken. It was good.
What
The
sides did you get?
I remember having the toast, like the
Okay,
garlic toast,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was decent. I'm trying to think back because it's been like a few weeks now. I don't remember if I got fries or something with it.
There's a lot of options. The sides are all they're all pretty good. There's a lot of
Yeah,
ways to
I
go.
will
There's
say
too many to choose from. Is the
my
problem.
littles did not like the mac and cheese. I don't remember why. It was
There's
too fancy for them.
like a crust or crunchiness to the top.
Like some breadcrumbs or something.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
picky about their mac and cheese. But
It's
it might have been
plus.
like, was it white cheddar? I feel like that was the issue.
I have not had the mac and cheese to tell
Oh,
you.
I ate their
So
mac and cheese and it was fine. So whatever. Yeah, everyone liked that. Jake got some sort of fancy beer there, which he doesn't normally get, but we were
mm,
on the dining plan,
yeah,
right? So you got to
yeah.
make
So
use
you
of that
gotta.
credit. So he's like, even if I drink just a few sips of this, it's fine.
One of the best bars in Epcot is the outdoor one at Regal Eagle. There's some
Yeah.
really good cocktails there.
Yes. Yeah. I don't tend to go there because I feel like it's beer heavy and I'm not a beer drinker. But have
Oh,
you
I
had,
haven't had a beer there.
what do you usually get there?
I there's what is the like Kentucky? Oh, what do you drink at the
The
Kentucky
bourbon?
Derby? Well, they're all the mint julep. There you go. There's one of
Oh, I do like a
those,
mint julep.
and there's something lemonade too. Like they're
Okay.
yeah, American drinks.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Yeah. So, I think most people like that one. I feel like the kids probably prefer the Connections Eatery
Yeah,
because
but
they
Winning
like,
the World Showcase.
yeah. And it was like sad because our whole plan was to go there. And then I thought Jake's parents would really appreciate Voices of Liberty.
Yeah.
And it took them so long to walk to there that like the show had already started and was almost
Oh,
done. And then no one wanted to wait. So that was a fail. And that was
womp
the whole point. I
womp.
was like, we'll be right there. It'll be great. And the timing just didn't work out. And then for dinner that night, we had to do the studios and we had one of my favorites, which is Roundup Rodeo. So like, I didn't plan that well. It was a lot of barbecue in one day.
It's a lot of barbecue one day. I just kind of for someone that doesn't like barbecue, you went all in. You're like, I
I know.
all in, all the chips in the middle of
I
the table.
know. I just didn't think about it because at Regal Eagle, I'm like, we're gonna go to Voices of Liberty. They're gonna love this, and that was I didn't think about dinner. And then so then after lunch, everyone's like, where are we going to dinner? And I'm like, we're gonna go eat barbecue again. So they did it.
It's a very different barbecue, though,
It
I
is, and,
feel.
like, really, I go there for the sides because they have a ton of sides, and that's
Mhm,
my favorite part. They did great with Gracie's,
mhm.
gluten allergy. She was so happy to eat the street corn because, like, we haven't that's actually her favorite thing, and she thought for sure to have gluten in it, but it was gluten-free, I think, naturally. So, she was very excited about that. So, that was a win. And then the only other place we really ate, we saved our snack credits and ate breakfast at the, food
Food
court at
court.
Pop, everything Pop, and just got like yogurts and I don't remember. There's more that go for the snack credits, like big muffins or a croissant or
Yeah, there's
something like that.
lot of snack credit options for breakfast at those food courts, and Everything Pop is a fantastic food court, to be honest.
Yeah, and I
It
hadn't
does
seen it
well.
since it got renovated, but it was
Yeah.
done when you were there in April, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it
it
looks good.
opened back up the coffee shop when I was there in April, but, yeah, it also we went there in June, and it was good.
The only thing that the coffee shop was missing that I would have actually liked to use a snack credit on is the donuts because it's basically Joffrey's. And
Mm,
usually Joffrey's has those big donuts, which the girls
yeah,
like. So I went
but
over there, but it's not a thing.
it's Joffrey's, right? That's the problem is it's Joffrey's donut instead
But
of a
they're
Disney donut.
serving their
Right, but the drinks
coffee.
are on the dining plan. It's frustrating, so
Yeah.
I
And I
know.
will say the refillable mugs were nice. I don't think we realized this the first time. If you bring them to the cash register and you want to get coffee in the morning, just show it to them and then they'll give you like a to go cup, which was nicer than drinking it out of the
Oh,
plastic because it's
that's
hot.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah. So that was
okay.
helpful.
That's a good tip, good tip.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get to some attractions. There was some new things, especially between when I was just there in June and when you were there.
Yeah.
Uh, so 2 new things and then 1 thing new to you that was new to me that we'll see if we agree. Alright, Test Track. I am anxiously awaiting your
Yeah.
review on Test Track.
Everybody loved it. It's really well done. It totally fits with the original theming of Epcot, which it's educational, but
Okay.
it's not like someone slamming on the brakes and it's not it doesn't feel outdated anymore. It feels up to date.
There's no brake checks? Like
There's like there's one, but didn't the
okay.
old one have several? And then they're
And,
like,
like, that
"Oh,
swerviness, and it was like teaching your team to drive.
it's yeah, it's much better." Like there was
Okay.
one and I would say it's not as jerky that one stop that we had to do.
'Cause I'm gonna be honest, Claire is like the former Test Track, very jerky. I just
Oof.
ugh, she turns 16 very soon. God
Can
help us.
she does she listen to the podcast?
No,
Good. Okay, great.
no.
Then
Mm,
speak freely,
yeah, she'll listen to this episode now for sure, but,
right? And get you into
and
trouble.
and you know what? She'll say like, "Yeah, I'm not that great a driver." She'll probably say that. She
Oh,
hasn't she hasn't driven for a while because of her hip surgery, so it's gonna
right.
be a interesting couple weeks here when we start having her drive again.
Try again. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
enough of that. So you like Test Track, thumbs
it
up.
was really good.
Nobody missed the last version then.
No, and so we had a lightning lane for it, and the best part was we went up, and I'm so used to like going up, and then you have to do
Mhm.
you know
Design.
design your own car, which I hate. And you go up there and you scan, and then like you can't quite see, and you kind of move up, and all of a sudden you're right there. It's just time to get on. Like I don't know what they did. I couldn't like even comprehend how they redid it to get rid of that whole room because my brain like couldn't process it. So I'll have to go on it again. But it was so nice. You do the lightning lane, you scan, and boom, like we were in the car like within 10 minutes or under. It was
Nice.
really fast. It was awesome. So
Very
great
good.
addition. I had a client who was there like right after me. He loved it as well. So I think everyone
Okay.
seems to enjoy it.
Can't wait to try it at an undisclosed time in the future. No idea when I'll get to go on it, but
You
I'll
need to
get there.
go. It's good.
Well, I mean, we're at the mercy of college football schedules. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not looking
Okay.
good.
I college football start Saturday. Yay. Okay. Let's head over to Hollywood Studios, where they've recently debuted 2 new shows back around Memorial Day. We have The Little Mermaid show is back and better than ever, according to some. And then we have the new Villains Unfairly Ever After
Hmm.
over that replaced Lightning McQueen in kind of a temporary black box theater. let's start with villains, shall
Oh,
we?
you're just going for it.
Let's dive right in.
Okay, because I think we disagree on this.
I gave my
You,
review on my trip report back at the end of June, early July.
yeah, which I think tempered my expectations because after you were like, "There's too many screens," I was like,
It's a
"Oh, this
lot
is
of
not going to be
screens.
great." It is.
It's a lot
Um,
of screens.
so I think the biggest issue is that no one knows it's back there. It's like the same problem,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it's
That
horrible
location
location.
is horrible. Because like everyone's like, where are we going? Like they forgot that that even existed back there. I'm like, remember Lightning McQueen? And they were all like,
No.
what? Yeah, they were like, no. Um, so that's bad. But I will say that the Shields family really enjoyed the villain show.
Okay.
We thought that the tune was very catchy. We were singing it the rest of the day,
Oh,
but
okay.
not we didn't get sick of it yet. So we like it for now. We'll see if that
Okay.
maintains. I agree with you. There are a lot of screens, but they are very like good
The,
screens and high
uh,
tech.
the level of definition in them is
Yeah.
like makes you question your eyeballs in screens. Like, is that
Yeah.
possible? Like, is that real or not? Like, yeah. Which kudos to technology, I guess.
Yeah, it was disappointing, and I think this is like maybe what I didn't catch from your review is that these three villains come out and have their spot, but they don't ever interact with each
Right.
other, and that was weird.
It's like 3 solos
Yes,
where they don't really sing a whole lot either. Like,
no, and they're fantastic. But I,
mhm,
I guess I feel like they're just using this as a preview to figure out kind of what to do with the villains land that's going in behind Magic
I
Kingdom.
think so.
And so I'm viewing it as a preview, I really enjoyed it for what it
Yeah.
was. But I agree, I would have liked to see the villains interact more. But the song was
Yeah.
good. The actors were good. I had to Google it to see if the ending changes because it's based
Yeah.
on audience participation. It does.
Yeah, there's 3 different endings, I'm told. I've only seen
Yes.
one, so who
Oh, now I'm
won,
wondering.
so to speak?
Maleficent. Who was it for you?
I think it was
They said she
Maleficent for
wins the
me.
most.
I had trouble figuring out how someone else would win. When I watched it, it didn't seem like it was I knew it could go any way going into it.
Yeah. We had
But I didn't
some
see how.
well, we had fan people in front of us that either knew Captain Hook personally or had just really wanted to see that ending, and they were very loud in trying to get him to win. But overall, I think people just gravitated to Maleficent.
Like I said, there are some intense fans there already.
And I couldn't tell. Like everyone, like my whole family's like, no, 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 no. They know him personally, and I'm like, I don't know. Like
I
maybe
have you met Disney fans? Like,
right. I was like, they might just want to see a different ending.
yeah,
Like, I don't know, but we really, really liked it. Like, I think that's something the kids would actually go back and watch. Um, if we felt like walking all the way back there, I think that's the caveat is
you
walking back
know,
there is tough.
what they could put back there that would fit and people would remember it's back there after the villains vacate when they get their own land. Because I'm sure once they get their own land across the parks, right? They'll
Yeah.
be gone, is some sort of Muppets show. And then
Yeah.
it will fit in with Rock and Roller Coaster, and that will finally make sense.
They
And
do need those two things to go together.
it
They're right next to each
because you
other.
got to walk through Rock and Roller Coaster. Basically, you almost have to get in line for Rock and Roller Coaster to get to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's weird. So,
It
all
is
right.
weird.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We
All
did.
right, let's move on to Animator's Courtyard, soon to be demolished and turned into something else. Courtyard, but
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid. It has a longer title that I shall not say because I cannot remember.
um, so I thought the first time we were in line, my family was going to kill me because we had a lightning lane for Mickey and Minnie's and it was down. And we were like the next one to go in the theater and Mickey and Minnie's went back up. And I'm with grandparents. So like that was interesting. I had to really replan like how we were going to get through the parks because we couldn't. I'm so used to taking my kids and zigzagging. And I was
Hmm.
like, this is not going to work. Like they're not going to be able to zigzag with me. So I was like, once we go to villains, like we want to do these two shows and then out. So I was like, Little Mermaid villains out. So I was like, we have to go do Mickey and Minnie's now because I'm not going to go do villains if it goes down again and then walk them back here. Like they can't handle
Right,
that.
it's a long walk.
Yeah. So I took them all out of line And they're like, but we just got we got a good spot. And I was like, nope, we're gonna go do this because I know how the shows work and it's August and it wasn't that crowded. I was like, we can get into whatever show we want, but right now I need to get on this ride while it's up and running because it kept breaking down. So eventually we got back in line and we got right through, even though we were further back in the crowd. We totally agreed, all of us, with your assessment of the
Oh,
show. Yeah. So it's updated, it's better, it's worth seeing once,
yeah.
maybe multiple times if you have like a toddler who's like big into the princesses or
Yeah.
really into Ariel.
Yes, that would be a reason. A little kid that loves Ariel or Eric or Sebastian. It's perfect.
But I don't know that we'll go back unless it's like Christmas week and we don't have anything else to do.
I don't know that tweens and up, right?
Yeah.
That's tweens is where you're going to lose it here. It's for kids,
I mean, my
preschoolers.
8-year-old was not feeling it.
Oh, well, that's the youngest, right? They try
Yeah.
to act
Well,
like a
that's
tween.
true.
Like
Right.
when your oldest was 8, right? It's a different 8, but
100%.
maybe.
But like the complaint, we all felt like, and we appreciated that the show needed to keep moving because you don't want to have a long show. But like literally, like Ariel sees Eric washed up on the beach, and then like 30 seconds later, they're in the boat.
Yeah. There's no transition even.
No.
There's not like a flash of light. It just poof.
Like if you don't know that story, you don't know what's going on.
There is no plot left intact there.
No, they just skipped around. Like they no transition, no explanation. So you have to know the story going in.
There's enough screen stuff going on that I feel like they could have like gave us the cliff notes on
Right.
in the videos, but they didn't.
I can't even remember a recent show with such poor transition, and like the fact that my younger kids were even like, well, how did he get in the boat and how did she get in the boat? Like they don't even explain it. Like they noticed it at their age, right? Like I think as you're an adult, you know, like there should be a transition, but they were like, that's weird, Mom. And I was like, yeah. So I'm struggling with that one. I don't know what's going to happen to that long term because I don't think it's going to pull in the people.
It is this summer, right? Because it's
updated
fresh.
and new. Yeah. It's better than it was.
And then it's going to pull in the people because Muppets is gone, right? They added a lightning lane now. So you're going to get artificial, this lightning lane's available, right? So that's going to pull in a crowd too.
Yeah.
Well, I think it does really well through the next 2 years while everything's under construction in that park. And then once everything opens, I mean, you're going to have a stage show or a theater show over in Monsters, and that's just going to kill it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like walked through that park and I was like, I know that we have this big Monsters thing coming but I'm like, it's one attraction and maybe some sort of a show, but I think they messed up with Animation Courtyard. Like, yeah. They needed something else than what they're putting there.
Unless that, the rumor of Bluey, right? We usually don't talk about rumors on our show. We try really hard to avoid rumors because I don't want somebody saying, well, they said this is coming. No, that was a rumor, right? We try to avoid it. And so there was a show not long ago where we talked about Bluey. Where is Bluey? We're doing listener questions, I think, right? Because they promised us Bluey in the parks this year. And then someone commented, we got a comment. Thank you for everybody that comments that, well, the Bluey, the rights are owned. They're going through all that. I'm like, that's speculation. So we didn't talk about it because the last thing Disney officially said is we get Bluey this year in the parks. I don't think we're getting it. That was the last. They haven't said no, we're not. They need to just say it. But the rumor is it could be in this Animation Courtyard. They're taking over the Disney Junior. It's going to be Bluey, right? And
I hope so, because like that would even pull us in a little bit. We like Bluey.
Open just before the movie opens as well.
Right. I know that's what I was going to say. There's a movie coming, so let's do something with it.
The only way we can justify tearing up Animation Courtyard while Muppet Courtyard just got torn up, right? You just closed something. Why are we closing this now? The only way to justify the timing of it is if there's something that major to balance the scales, right?
Fingers crossed, because if it's not Bluey, it's not good.
So there we are talking about rumors. So that, yes, the person that messaged, yes, I think 100%. We haven't seen it yet because they thought they negotiated. They haven't fully got it negotiated. Time will tell. They're gonna have the movie distribution rights, right? It's gonna happen when this
Yeah,
movie comes out for sure. It's just they don't really need to pay the fees to make the appearance right now. They're gonna wait till it's closer to the movie to promote their own movie.
I could see that. That's
Wow,
true.
that was a long thing, but I. And then when that opens, my gosh, who's still going to Little Mermaid?
When are they right? Did they say when? They didn't yet, right? When they are thinking that
No
animation courtyard.
opening. I,
Okay. I just
so
wondered if we'd hear anything about it at D23.
maybe at this little D23 that happens at Coronado Springs, where there's not even a parks panel, there's no
That
cruise
was
line panel.
that's a choice.
That
That's weird.
I read through the panels in the news episode on Patreon, and there's no parks panel, there's no cruise panel. So it's going to be a whole lot of movie trailers. I don't
It's
know.
weird. I'm like, that's what most people are tuning in on. So that's interesting.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, back on track. Let's talk about a parade.
I can't remember. Did you guys didn't see it yet,
No,
right?
no, it hadn't
It
opened
wasn't
yet.
there yet. It was fantastic. I loved it. And I'm not a big parade person. I agree that they need some more people on the ground because they
Oh,
did look a
okay.
little weird in between the floats. It's like empty, which I'm not used to
Oh,
seeing.
okay.
But the pictures and the videos you're seeing online do not do it any justice. Like you
Okay.
absolutely have to go see it in
Like the
person.
Grand Canyon, right? The
Sure.
pictures don't do it justice.
Yep.
Similar. Okay.
Just like that. We all loved it. We all thought it was really cool. There's some neat tricks that they do that I don't want to spoil for anyone with the lights. I just think they need some more people on the ground because it just kind of seemed empty in between. But otherwise, I thought they did a fabulous job. I really did. I think that's we're seeing probably like not your first trip. Like sometimes Doug and I will say that like it's if it's your first trip, you're pretty much wanting to do all the attractions and that
Hmm.
sucks away time from that. But if you've been a few times and this is new to you, I think it's 100% worth stopping to go to do. Very
Yeah.
good.
Some people are just parade people too, so they'll want to see it every time, first time and 100th
I know.
time.
I was happy to see like we like doing the dessert parties for Happily Ever After. So we were there a different night when we were not focused on the parade and we are just kind of doing rides, the best thing about the parade, if you're not watching the parade, is to go do the rides because it is
Oh,
empty and chill between people lining up for the parade. And then a lot of those people are going either leaving or they're going to stay for the fireworks. So they're not moving. So
yeah.
if you don't want to see those things, go to Magic Kingdom and do all the rides because it was
Guess
great.
like 2 hours of people standing
Yeah.
still.
It has really increased that time. Like we were used to like a brief time for Happily Ever After, but with the parade, it totally extended it. So we got a ton done that night that we were not focused on the parade. But the dessert party, I wasn't sure if you'd be able to see it, and you can. Like it's not the best view of it, but you can definitely sit there and eat your desserts and see enough. Like if you've seen it once close up, I
Yeah.
think just do that. I would 100% do it, and you can enjoy both.
The floats are big, right? So you can
They're
see
big and
them.
they're high up. So
Okay.
like even if that was the other interesting thing is even if you don't get like that first row of people to see them and you're behind, they're pretty high up. So they're I would say better than any of their other parades. They're that
Oh,
high
okay.
up. So like shorter people like me, I could still see the floats really easily behind
Nice.
people.
That's
Yeah.
one thing that the afternoon parade did really good when it debuted back, 10 years ago now.
Uh-huh.
That was elevated more, where like the Main Street Electrical Parade wasn't really. It was more
Right.
like line of sight. So
Yeah,
that's good to
these are
know.
all high up. I would say even better than the afternoon parade. Festival of Fantasy.
Ah,
Oh,
yes. Festival of Fantasy. Fantastic. It's a festival and a fantasy all at the same time.
all right, back to attractions, other attractions. Guardians continues to be the highlight. The grandparents like that one.
Okay.
Tron, I got them on. So they are thrill seekers. It was impressive to see the grandparents ride all the thrill rides and do fine. Everyone still loves Tiana's. I wasn't sure because we've ridden it several times now. That one is still um, a favorite, I would
And
say.
do you like it now?
I
You weren't a
do.
Splash Mountain person, so
Yes, it turns out that if you retheme something and I like the theme, I will tolerate the parts I don't really like. So I still don't love the drop, but I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
And it used to really freak me out, and I would say I'm
Yes.
not freaked out anymore. Or I still scream really loud, but I don't duck like I used to like cover behind
No.
someone.
I
But
still duck because I don't want to get wet.
well,
But
there's that. Yeah, yeah. No, but Gracie was the same way. She hates those straight drops and she really enjoys it and will write it every time. Like it was usually me and her skipping it. So yeah, that's living up to the hype. We did I think our last ride on Dinosaur because I'm thinking they're going to close it before we're back.
okay. Yeah.
The grandparents were not sure why we were doing that one. They were like, they're like, why? And I'm like, it's going to close. And they're like, that's okay. Like they were not impressed with it. And then Soren, I hadn't seen it since they fixed the Eiffel
Okay.
Tower. We got seated all the way to the left. The
Um,
Eiffel Tower looks fine, but there's a whole bunch of other things they did not fix that are
right.
still leaning and
Hmm.
don't look right. So we're like, that looks right, but what about the rest of it? So
Like Monument Valley is just
yes. Like I think we thought they fixed everything and we're like, okay, cool. Like we're all the way to the left. We'll be able to see. And then and like me and Luke were like the last two on the
oh,
very
okay.
left. So we were way over. Turns out we couldn't get scents either. Like we couldn't
Oh,
smell anything. And then Jake was like three people down and we're like, did you smell all that stuff? He's like, oh yeah. And we're like, we couldn't smell grass. We couldn't smell, like
you
what's
know
the
what? You should have complained. Money back.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was I don't know why I thought everything was fixed, but it's not. So if you
Okay.
go in Soren, it's not all fixed. And I think that
Just
was
the
it.
Eiffel Tower.
Just the Eiffel Tower. But we had a fantastic time. The grandparents did great keeping up with us as much as they could. Um, and my kids were definitely ready to get out of the stroller because no complaints from them on walking.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we do a quick run through Epic Universe, did you use Genie Plus on this trip?
Yes, and it was a godsend with the grandparents. So we basically did very few rides without it. And to the point where, like, I think on the last day, they were like, I didn't scan my magic band. And I was like, yeah, we don't have a lightning lane for this. And they like didn't
Okay.
understand. I was
It's
like,
just a line. Just get in the line.
we're
It's
just
no.
we're just normal right now. It really, really helps if you're doing those multi-generational trips because they are not slow. Like they walk average, but they just can't walk fast. So,
Gotcha.
which I thought maybe they could. Turns out they can't. They just walk average. So that saved us a ton of time and helped us still kind of get most of the stuff we were going to get done. And it saved their legs, right?
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Less time just standing in line too. So, all right.
yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that wraps up Walt Disney World pretty good. Let's get a quick run through Epic. Just a little update here because we've talked about Epic. I can't talk now.
Epic.
Epic enough on the show that we get a little your opinion here. Where'd you stay and how was it?
So we stayed at Helios, which is the resort that's like in the park and has its own
Mhm.
entrance. The 6 hours to 8 hours, we were not there long because our flight got in so late. Like we got there at 1:30 a.m. We got in the park at like 9:40 a.m. And that
Not
was
planned either. Not planned. Listen to the
no,
Patreon show to hear
that's
how
another
we ended up
teaser.
at 1 a.m.
So that was not planned. We stayed club level because my original thought was like we can have like a snack, right? Or some sort of little meal if we wanted before bed. And then in the morning we'd have breakfast. I thought if we wanted a break from the parks, I can come back to it. And that all got messed up from the flight. So we only did it for breakfast. My kids questioned whether or not I would be honest with everyone. And I will be honest that this is the first club level at Universal that I did not think was worth it at all. It's teeny tiny, which meant
Mm.
very, like, we had way less selections for breakfast, which was already hard with someone with an allergy. Not that they handled allergies fine. She was able to find something, but I just felt like at the other Lowe's resorts and the original ones, it was easier to find stuff for her because we had more options. So I don't think I would, unless you like really want that experience. I don't think that's the right hotel. The other Lowe's do it much better. I would go to one of those.
Okay.
Um, yeah, the 8 hours that we saw it seemed
That's
fine.
great.
The
Yeah.
entrance was awesome into the park. I will say that was awesome.
Okay. And so got in really late. So did you rope drop?
So as I texted you that I was not going to wake everyone up to rope drop, even though the park opens up at 10. Um, early entry was at 9. We didn't go to bed until like at 2 or 2:30. So I was like, I'm just gonna let someone wake me up. So sweet Annie is my early riser, and she woke us up, I think at 8:30, and I was like, all right, let's haul. But we had to we only stayed for one night, so we had to move all of our luggage with Bell Services. We had to eat breakfast, like, because we had to use the club
Yeah.
lounge for something, right?
Yeah.
So we ate as quick a breakfast as we can. Um, we did the private entrance, which was great. And then, so it was like 9:45. We headed right to Mario, the Nintendo World, because that was my plan, Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
They were letting at 9:50. They were letting in all the normal park people, like who weren't supposed to come in till 10.
Man, the commoners got in.
So I was like, oh no. And the team members there just looked at us and they're like, come back later. Like, don't do this. I was like, okay, we're not going to do this. Luckily, I had bought us an express pass because I was trying to get us on as much as stuff as we can. So our plan really just became use the express pass for all the stuff. I knew that the park usually emptied out at night. I'm like, we'll just stay late. It's fine because we're not going to wake up super early for Disney tomorrow, and we'll just do whatever doesn't have express pass we'll save for nighttime. And that actually worked really well. So if like you don't want to rope drop, and I think rope drop is hard anyway because it's not that hard for people except like me who get
Right.
in at 2 o'clock. It's not that hard to rope drop at 9 a.m. It's not like I was fully planning. That was the plan. We were going to rope drop. We were going to be I was like, we'll get in line at like 7:30
Were
or
you
8.
wearing a shirt that said rope drop radio while not rope dropping?
I don't think so.
That's good. That's probably for the best. Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
I've
I
been
didn't
there.
represent. We
You
were
know what?
planning. It was the plan. It just got wrecked.
There was a day on our last trip where I didn't even get woken up to go to a park, and I woke up hours later going, "Oh, I am still here." So I
Oh,
can't give you too much hassle because
no.
my
And like
family went to Animal Kingdom without me.
yeah. And then we didn't have like a room to come back to. So like
Right.
there was no nap. There was nothing to do. So I was like, I'd rather just sleep in and then just push our way through the day, which we
Yeah.
don't normally park that way, but that's what we did. So it worked fine. Like what killed us at night is there was storms. So I don't think any of the lines would have been long for like the 3 attractions we didn't get on. But they were all down because it was thunderstorming and lightning. And that
It
was
does
frustrating.
not do well in the rain. So I'm going to make you rank the rides that you did. So why don't you say the ones that you didn't do real quick and then give us your ranking of these rides?
Yes. So we did not get to 3. We did not get to Minecart Madness, the carousel, which is kind of silly because we could have used the express pass. It just never happened. And then Dragon Racer Rally are the 3 we didn't do.
All right, let's get your ranking.
Okay. I liked that you made me rank them. This is kind of
Yeah.
fun. So Fire Drill, which is the water ride at Isle of Burke, not good. Don't do it. You'll get soaked. It's even with the express pass, that was the longest. Well, I will say this. It was the longest line with the express pass that we were in. It wasn't, just skip it. Unless you're really hot and want to get really wet.
Universal in water means drenched, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
what happens is like the other boats overshoot their targets and it got in my face.
Oof.
I was like, at least my shirt, like, no, and it was only me. Like, I was the right height. Like, I had some of the girls around me and they're shorter and they were fine, but like, mom got it right in the face. So I no plans to do this right ever again.
And it's in last. Okay.
That was in last, but they agreed with me on that one. 7th was Monsters Unchained Frankenstein, which you would have died on. This is the one that's like the forbidden journey of Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad ride. It's just none of us are like big into Frankenstein. And I don't like that ride mechanism. It doesn't make me sick, but I don't find it thrilling. I find it annoying. Like,
Okay.
it throws me around.
There's people that say that is the best ride in Orlando.
I know. The animatronics were good. The screens were very good. Like, I would do it again, but the girls actually were like, I wouldn't do that again. They didn't like it at all.
Okay. They have spoken.
They have spoken. Number 6 was Yoshi's Adventure, which is kind of like a people mover. It's just a relaxing little ride, and you find mushrooms or something. I don't remember what it
Eggs.
was.
Eggs,
Eggs,
Lauren. It's Yoshi.
mushrooms,
It's eggs.
not toadstool.
No.
My bad. So that got ranked 6. I ranked Mario Kart 5. Gina was right about this. So they give you the hat, which is
Hmm.
light. And I was like, why does Gina say it's so heavy? And then all of a sudden you sit in the ride vehicle and you have to attach like the 3D thing to your hat. And it's super heavy. So all the kids complained about it. I actually hated that the 3D version. I ended up halfway through the ride just taking that off. And I enjoyed the attraction without it.
Okay.
And I would say all of us, even my Mario Kart people, had difficulty doing whatever they were supposed to do. They were like, we need a Nintendo Switch remote to actually do this. So
Okay.
mixed reviews on that one. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's fun. So we threw it in the middle, and it's indoors. So if it's raining, go into that one. Number 4 was Curse of the Werewolf, which is the coaster that spins around, kind of like Guardians.
Okay.
It's good. It's just too short. It's very short. Otherwise, we would have ranked that higher. We agreed with Michelle. Ministry of Magic, not number 1.
Okay.
That's the big one. Not worth a 2.5-hour wait, even though the queue is amazing. But when the queue is almost better than the ride, we have
It's a
problems.
weird thing you have to say, right?
Yeah. The ride is not it's just kind of an updated version of Escape from Gringotts, but you're like in an elevator, like Tower of Terror. And that's it. Like it's nothing remarkable. It's nothing very different. And it's weird that you're walking through the whole Harry Potter land and it's all based on like the, Johnny Depp movies. And then
Hmm.
all of a sudden you go into Ministry of Magic and they do the flu powder, which is really cool effect. But then like all of a sudden you're in the classic ones and it just doesn't quite flow. The queue was very cool. No one felt like it was worth the wait. Michelle told me to wait a little bit longer, but it was going to rain and I didn't have anything else to do. So we just got into the line, but she was right. Like we got out, ate a quick dinner and it was empty. So go at night if you can. So we ranked that 3rd. Number 2 was her favorite, which was the Hiccups Wing Gliders. That is just a fun coaster. It reminds me like of Slinky Dog or Seven Doors Mine Train or something like that. It's just a good coaster that's themed really good. It goes really fast. I would say faster than those 2 rides. And then the number 1 was the Stardust Racers coaster, the dueling coasters,
It's the
which
big
was,
one, right?
yeah, I would have loved to do that at night, but I'm glad we did it in the morning because I was worried about weather and I really wanted to get on it. So we got on
Nice.
it. And at night it was closed because it was lightning.
Yeah. So do it when you can.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Lauren's official ranking of Epic Universe. How about that? So you also did the shows. What did you think of the shows?
Very good. These surprised me. Untrainable Dragon. So these were great way for us to rest. If you are going like park open or park close, or you're just gonna go through the day. I strategically planned these out for kind of a rest time. Like if we had just stayed in a long line or whatever, and that worked out great. Untrainable Dragon was very good. I don't want to ruin surprises for anyone, so I won't say anything. The girls were surprised at some of the animatronics in a good way, and so they thought that was awesome. The Le Cirque Arc Canoe, I believe is how you say it in the Harry Potter world, also has some really good animatronics. We not quite as good as the Untrainable Dragon one, but worth a watch at least once. We got that one towards the end of the day and they were worried because it had a pre-show where you had to like stand up and they're like, we need seats. And I was
Mm,
like, it's just a pre-show. You will go into a
okay.
theater and be able to sit for a while. So don't like fret. Like they were all like panicking that was the show. That's just the pre-show. But that was very good as well. And then should we do food?
Yeah, let's go food.
Food.
So
So we're still kind of like figuring things out with the allergy, right? So Pizza Moon had gluten-free pizzas. That's in like the main hub where it's all, the
celestial.
yes, thank you. That's the word. Um it was fine. Like everyone's pizza was fine. Gracie will say your pizza was fine, but her crust was inedible, whatever that is.
Yes.
Um yeah, she said the outside of the crust was really hard, but the inside was fine. It's just a good place to go if you want something quick with air conditioning. It was a really, really big like restaurant and it's quick. That's all it's good for. It's nothing to write home about.
Kind of like pizza Rizzo's, big and
It is
quick.
like that. Yeah, it had that, except not charming as the pizza rat, right?
Okay. Yeah, nothing is as charming as rat pizza.
Right. And then for dinner, we ate at one of the cafes in the Harry Potter part, Cafe La Air de la Serene. I don't know if I said
Nailed
that
it.
right. Right. So these were basically fancy sandwiches, but it was kind of nice after eating the greasy pizza. Everyone was happy with that. The big winner here is the butterbeer crepe, which was
Mm.
really good. And I don't like crepes that much. But we got that for dessert. I will be honest, more for Instagram because I did not think it would taste that good. And we probably could have ordered a few more of those. They were very
Ooh,
good. Get it? Very, very good. And Gina
nice.
was also right that the butter beers were hard to figure out because it was all like French based.
Yeah.
Like I could tell they were butterbeer, but like figuring out which one was frozen and hot and regular was took some skill.
You didn't just say frozen.
Well, we were mobile ordering. Yeah,
Oh.
so
Okay.
I think I had to like really kind of like read the description and then I could figure it out. But if you just look at the words, you're like, what? The what and the where? So
All
that was
right.
that was food. My girls do want me to, I know we're running long, but my
No,
girls
no, we're good.
did want me to complain about one thing,
Oh.
and that they had decided that their one thing that they wanted this whole trip, because we allowed them to get like one souvenir, was they had seen on YouTube the dragon eggs in How to Train Your Dragon Land in Dial Burke. And there's like a whole little ceremony that goes with them when you buy them. I don't know. So they have been excited about this for months. And we go there and I ask where to find them. And they said, well, you find them at this specific store, but they've been out of stock for months and they don't know when they're coming back.
Wow.
So if your kids are expecting that, maybe have a talk with them, because I was like, we're actually going to be back in October. Like we have a fall break cruise planned out of Port Canaveral, so we're going to do one day at Universal with some other families. I said, do you think they'll be back? And he was like, nope, I don't. He said, we get them for like one day here and there and they're sold out within hours. And I was like,
Oh. So even if they're back, you have to get in line the right day
right.
with the resellers on eBay.
100%. I was like, so someone
So,
knows that they're coming and is just buying them up. So that sucked. That was really
mhm.
disappointed for them because they were really excited about these baby dragons.
So eBay is the only way to get them from the
Yeah,
resellers.
but then you don't like. There's a whole little
No, it
ceremony to
ruins it.
do.
Why do
Yeah,
people have to ruin it? It's some team member that knows when a shipment's coming, and they tell them, "Hey, it's coming," and then it's gone.
yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
They're like, we'll get it in October, and I was
Arr.
like, he says probably not. So they were bummed about that. They hopefully they'll increase production and they'll come, but that'll be like a few years, right? That's how these things go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's all the banshees you could ever need at Avatar,
Right.
right?
Remember? Yeah.
Who I haven't seen one on a shoulder for a couple years, but they're all there. They're still there.
Yeah.
Man, every
Yeah.
kid was walking around with one on a shoulder for a little while. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fantastic trip. And then you went on a cruise to recover from it. So,
We
and
did. The
you
only one, sorry, I wanted to say
yeah.
one last thing about Epic is that I think we haven't heard people say before is when we go into those two original parks. And I've complained about this before when I did my Universal trip report. Everyone's in Harry Potter land, right? And then you walk out and like the park's kind of empty, the rest of it.
Hmm.
Um, Epic was fantastic because it spreads everyone out. There's something for everyone. All the lands are really neat. They're like, do all the lands, do all the portals. And the whole park just had that vibe of like the new Harry Potter lands where everything's done very, very, very well. So
Nice.
don't sleep on this theme park unless you have severe motion sickness like Doug. I could see maybe
Yeah.
one.
You did text me while you were there, like that you questioned my decision not to go when Michelle went. And then you're like, yes, you would have died here. Good decision.
Yeah, I don't know what you would have done besides the
Drink butterbeer.
the
It's and
shows. The shows are good.
yes, the shows and Mario Kart.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
else was
Hmm.
but
And
it's a
Yoshi.
really good park. That's my favorite of the three. Like it spreads the crowds, which is my complaint with the other two. Everything's just new and awesome and detailed. So go to it.
Nice. All right. Well, if you want to go on this fantastic trip, you can reach out to our friends at touringandcruises.com and get a no obligation free quote and let them know Rope Drop Radio sent you. And if you're in the Lincoln, Nebraska area and need to get there on December 15th, direct flights with Breeze Airways from the Lincoln Airport to MCO. We're going to get on to the after show. And of course, we'll have lots of pictures on our social media. And there's been lots of pictures on our social media that Lauren's been posting. So you can follow us at Rope Drop Radio on all the things. Just go make sure you follow us. It's kind of weird how many more downloads of a podcast you have than followers. It doesn't jive. So go give it a follow. You won't be sorry. Maybe. I don't know. I can't guarantee that. But there you go. So we're going to get on to that after show. So for Lauren, I'm Doug. This has been another Rope Drop Radio.